Hi there everyone, my name is Tara and today I'll be showing you how you can use glyphs in your projects apart from with standard letters. When making handmade greeting cards, one of the things that I find that I'm always purchasing is either SVG files that are of swirls or manual die cutting dies like the thin Sizzix dies, or ones from places like My Favourite Things and Paper Smoochers, and they can actually become quite expensive over time. An SVG file can cost up to $5 and a thin metal die from a manual die cutting machine can cost up to $35 depending on what you're looking for. But if you've got fonts with glyphs, and fontbundles.net do provide a quite large variety of fonts with glyphs, you can use some of the extra glyphs in the font bundles to create your own swirls and accessories for your greetings cards that you create just by using a silhouette machine and these glyphs. So to get started, we need to find a font that you know has glyphs in it, and specifically we want some swirl glyphs. Not all fonts have swirl glyphs, some just have letters that have swirls on the ends or the beginnings of the letters, but we want specific swirls so we can add them behind say a coloured in picture that we're going to place on a greeting card, or some kind of feature and accent onto a greeting card. So the first thing you need to do is pick a font. I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick a font that I know has some swirly glyphs in it, and that is the Monica script. Now Monica script is currently in the calligraphy bundle that fontbundles.net is selling. So that comes with a bunch of different wonderful fonts, but this particular one, Monica script, does have swirly glyphs. So I've selected Monica script here in my text style box, and now I'm going to go and select character maps to access my glyphs. So I'm going to go to my start menu, I'm going to go to character map and wait for it to load. And here we go, it's loaded. As you can see on the drop down box, you've got plenty of different fonts here. We need to find Monica script. So I'm going to look for that. And there it is. We've clicked on it. You need to go to group by and select Unicode subrange. The pop-up box will come here. You need to scroll all the way to the bottom and select private use characters. And as you can see here, all of the glyphs have come here. Now there's quite a variety of glyphs, random ones there. We're looking for the swirl ones. So if you click once, you can see that that's a swirl, and you can see the swirls that you're after. So I'm going to, that one looks good, so I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to double click on that. What's that one look like? That looks good. I'm going to double click on that. And that one looks quite good. I've selected a few different swirls that I think will be of use to me when I make my card, and I'm going to click copy. Once you've clicked copy, you can then click back onto your Silhouette Design Studio, right click and select paste, and you can see that the swirls have come up. Now I'm going to ungroup them and make them a little bit larger so we can see them. Oh, a bit too large. Make them larger again. And now I'm going to fill them in black so you at home can see them a little bit clearer. Okay, and here are my different swirls. Now I'm just going to pick one of these. You could use these by themselves. All you would need to do is place them where you would like to cut them on whatever cardstock you're using, and then go to here to your cut settings, adjust cut settings, and you can see that the swirls are highlighted, and your silhouette machine will cut them out of cardstock and you'll have some swirls. But if you don't actually want that thickness, you want something thinner or something thicker, what you can actually do is I'm going to pick one. So I'm going to get rid of those three and move them to the side and pick this one. you can actually highlight it and you can click on offset. Now you can do an internal offset or an external offset. Now that will change the difference between having a thinner or a thicker swirl. So I'm going to click regular offset, and you can, let me zoom in a little bit for you, and you will see that automatically that has made my swirl slightly thicker. So if I drag that down here, you can see, I'm going to fill this for you too, I've got a thin one and I've got a thick one. Now if I wanted to, I could actually put that inside it and I could cut one inside the other, but I don't want that. I thought a thick one and a thin one would be good for my project. The other option you can do, let's move that out of the way, is you can make them even thinner. I'm just going to take the colour so you can see that a little bit better. Okay. So now if I wanted to do an internal offset, you can click internal offset and apply. And you can see I now have even a thinner swirl. So you've got a variety of different things you can actually do with your Silhouette Design Studio and just the basic glyphs from your fonts. I'm going to just highlight that and we're going to zoom out a bit. So from one individual glyph you can see that I've made, and you can see this is actually fallen apart, but you can actually join them back together by grouping them, so that's not a problem. We group that up. We've got 3 different size swirls. Now once you've cut them out, you can then attach them to your card, and like I said, it will save you a lot of money in dies, and you have the option now to actually change the sizes. So if you need a swirl that is 5 centimeters long, you can cut it no problems. If you need one that's 20 centimeters long, you can cut that too. You're not restricted with things like dies where you can only cut one size because that's the die that you've got. Hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget that the calligraphy bundle that's currently available through fontbundles.net is where I've got these particular fonts, and the font I'm using is Monica Script. Thank you.